Okay, so today we are going to learn about algebraic equation expressions, okay, not equations, and we learn how to sum them, how to subtract them, and maybe multiplication, but let's focus on sum and subtraction, okay. So first thing, what is algebraic expressions? So any expression will have your variables, let's say x, y, z, these are the variables, and it will have some constants, let's say 8, 3, 4, any number. It can be even 0.5 or 1 by 2 or pi or square root of 3, any value. These are the constant, and x, y, z, these are the general variables, okay. So now combinations of these and with the mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, that will make algebraic expressions. So let's do this. I would say 8x is also an expression, okay. What about this? X, this is also an expression with one term. Here one term, but what is the coefficient? 8, and the variable is x. Now if I have something like this, 2y, this is also an expression, okay. So it can have combination of constant and variables. Let's say this one, 3y plus 8, this is also an expression. So now what about this one, 3x plus 5y divided by 3z, this is also an expression, okay. Any combination of constant variables with mathematical operations will be your expression. Now when we have to add the two algebraic expressions, what we have to do? Okay, let's think about the easy one. One is x, one expression is x, one is 2y. Now if I have to sum them, what will you get? So you have to see, this expression does not have y, this expression does not have x. So if the variable term is not same, you cannot sum. So answer will be x plus 2y, okay. Now let's say another one, x plus 2y plus 3x minus y, okay. So what, both the expressions have x and y, and we have to add these two expressions. So what we have to do, we have to add this x with this 3x, this y with this minus y, okay. So basically you have to find the variable term, and this element and this elements with the same variable will be summed or subtracted depending on the mathematical operation question is asking. So here you have to sum, so x and 3x. Here you have to sum 2y and minus 1y. So you have to just make sure you are summing x to x, y to y. You cannot sum x and y. If you sum x and y, it will remain x plus y, okay. But here you have to find out what terms have the same variable. So in this case, what will be the value? And when you have to sum, what you have to do? The variable will remain same, but you have to add the coefficient. So what is the coefficient of this x? 1, because if nothing is there, it's 1x. So this is x is same as 1x. So 1 plus 3 will be 4x, and here 2y, and since you are summing, the sign will not change. So 2y minus y. So 2 minus 1 is 1 and y, and I can just write 4x plus y. Now let's try another example. X plus 5y minus 3z, and then sum it to 6x minus 3y minus 4z. Okay. Again, x with x, y with y, z with z. Don't try to mix. Okay. Always remember, you have to apply the mathematical operation, but first we have to look at the terms which have the same variable. Here 6x, x, they have the same variable. So 1 plus 6 will be 7x. Here 5 minus 3 will be 2y, and minus 3 plus minus 4 minus 7z. Okay. Now let's take another example. It's also possible that one expression has fewer number of terms. Let's take this example. 5x plus 3y minus z and plus 3y minus z. So it does not have x. So what you have to do, if it does not have x, you can, the easiest way is you can say 0 times x, because if you multiply 0 to anything, it will remain 0. So you are not changing the second expression. So you can add 0x or subtract 0x. Or you don't have to write this, because you know if x is missing, you'd have to add 0 to this 5x. Okay. So this was the way I was showing, like why you are not adding anything, because it becomes 0x. So just remove this guy, and then so there is no x in the second expression. Okay. So 5x will be 5x. Now 3y, 3y. Okay, y and y will be summed. So 3y plus 3y, 6y, minus 1 here. So minus 2z. It can also be like this, 5y minus 6z and 3x minus 5y minus 3z. So the first expression has just 2 terms, but the second expression has 3 terms. So it's not requirement like both the expressions, or if there are 3 expressions, all the expressions will have the same number of terms. No. Some expression may have fewer number of terms, some expression may have larger number of terms. Let's say here the second expression has 3, this one has just 2. Okay. So same thing, x is not there. So what I will do, this I have to add here. So we don't see any x in this first expression. I can just say 0x. So 3 plus 0, 3. So 3x will be there. And 5, since this is plus sign and this is minus sign, so I have to do 5 plus minus 5, which is 0. So 0y, and minus 6 minus 3 minus 9z. So the answer will be 3x minus 9z, because you can eliminate this term because it's 0 times y. We don't have to write 0 times y. So that's in the simplest form. The sum of these two expressions is 3x minus 9z. Okay. Subtraction is same. The only difference is like if you have to subtract one expression from another expression, you have to change the sign. So let's say this one, 6x minus 5y plus 3z minus 3x minus 3y minus 3z. Okay. So here we have to subtract. So what I have to do, the sign of all these terms will change. So this one 6x, this has plus sign, so minus 3x, so this will be 3x. Minus 5, this minus and minus will become plus, correct? So minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2y. Here 3z and minus will become plus, 3z plus 3z will be 6z. So the only difference between addition and subtraction is, in subtraction you have to change the sign, and you have to change the sign of all the terms, not just first term or just second term or third term. You have to change the sign of all the terms before, and then you have to add. Once you change the sign, you have to just add. Okay, it's so simple. Let's try another example. Three y minus 5z, then minus x minus 8y minus 8z. Okay. So what you are going to do here? See, the first one does not have x. Okay. So what I taught you, that if it does not have any term like x, y, or z, you can do simple 0 times that term. So 0 times x. So 0, and now you have to change the sign of all these terms. So this is plus, so this will become minus. So 0 minus 1 is minus 1. I can write minus x. Then y. 3y minus plus, 3 plus 8, 11y. This minus plus, so 8z minus 5z, so 3z. Correct? There's another way to solve it. Like if you don't like in this format, you can also do the same expression in this format. So 3y minus 5z minus x minus 8y minus 8z. Okay. So what you will do, you will take all these elements out of the bracket. So this will be 3y minus 5z minus x plus 8y plus 8z. Okay. So there is no x here. So I will just write, I want to put x at the first term. So minus x, and y is there, 8 plus 3, 11y minus 5 plus 8, 3z. So you have to just find the terms having the same variable and then sum or difference of coefficient. Okay, so it's very simple. Do you want to learn multiplication? Okay, so I'm going to teach you the basic right now. It's same. You can use the same concept for the bigger expression. But let's say here x plus y. X plus y. How you can do multiply? Okay. So you have to multiply both the terms, first this one and then this one. Do you want to learn it today? Maybe I think we should continue tomorrow, because first you have to master the addition and subtraction, because if I solve this one, it will be too many things. Okay, let's discuss multiplication and division tomorrow. Okay, did you understand everything? So what we have to do, we have to find the terms having the same variables. Okay, and then add or subtract the coefficient. And if one expression had fewer terms than the other, for the missing term, for the missing variable, you can write that, like let's say x is missing, so you can write 0 times x, y is missing, 0 times y. So that way you will have the same number of terms in both the expressions. And remember one more thing I did not teach you. So if you have to sum, okay, sum or subtract, there could be more than two expressions. Okay, but the concept will remain same. Let's take another example when you have more than 2. So x plus 2y plus z plus x minus 2y minus 8z plus 6x minus 3y plus 4z. Okay, so here we have 3 terms. You have to use the same concept. Okay, it can be written like this or it can be written like this, x plus 2y plus z in the vertical format. Okay, so whatever format you like, you can use that. Minus 8z, 6x minus 3y plus 4z. So in this vertical format or the horizontal format, whatever you prefer, you can write like that. I prefer this horizontal format. So x plus 2y plus z, and then I'll take out all these terms. I will take these all terms out of the bracket. So this one will be x. Since outside sign is positive, nothing will change here. Minus 2y minus 8z, and again plus sign is here, so nothing will change inside. So 6x minus 3y plus 4z. And now I will look for all the terms containing x. So this one, this one, this one. So this one, this one, this one. So here 1, 1 and 6. So 8x. Now y. This one, and this one. So 2 minus 2, 0 and minus 3. 0 minus 3 is minus 3. So minus 3y. And z. This one, and this one. So here 1, 1 minus 8, minus 7, minus 7 plus 4, minus 3, z. So this is the simplification of this algebraic expression. Okay. Now same thing. Let's say if I say, okay, subtract these two expressions from the first expression. So what you have to do? Same thing. Take all these elements out of the bracket. Since minus sign is outside of the bracket, I will change the sign of all the terms. So this one has plus, this will become minus. This one has minus, this will become plus 2y. This is minus 8, so this will be plus 8. And then here it will become minus 6x, and then this will be 3y, this will be minus 4g. Okay. So now here x minus 6. So this x and this plus 1 minus 1, 0, and this 0 minus 6 minus 6x. Okay. Y here, 2y plus 2y, 4y plus 3y, 7y, z. So 1 plus 8, 9 minus 4 plus 5. Right? So it's very simple. Doesn't matter how many expressions you have to just find the terms containing the same variable and then add or subtract the coefficient, and you will have the simplest form. Okay, so tomorrow we are going to learn how to multiply algebraic expressions. Okay.